Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today we're getting back into our sneak peek at Distant Worlds 2. This is episode number 3. The first couple, we kind of fumbled our way around to try to figure out some of the different UI aspects. One thing I did want to talk about this time is what you see right down here, and these are essentially map tools. So there's some overlays, different ways that you can look at the map. And if you look down here, we'll just kind of go through them really quickly. Resource flow. Well, as we expand out and we have resources coming from everywhere and we're trading with different other factions, we may want to know how some resources are flowing, so we can always put that on. Migration flow, we've got that off. Now, when you have big colonies and then you found small colonies, your people want to move to where there's less population, and so they will migrate. And we can also put in different rules about migration, kind of from the top level down. So may want to see where that flow is. Tourism flow. We talked about this. Tourism can be an important way to generate revenue if you have beautiful, different scenery in your system or on your home moon or home planet. You may get some tourists, and you can also build different tourist ships and whatnot. Nebula boundaries. Now, this is interesting. You can have galactic storms, ion storms, gravitic storms, or radiation zones that could cause you not to be able to move certain places, or you may get a fleet destroyed, so on and so forth. Long range scanners, that will come up later on when we're exploring, much further out than our home system. Ship travel vectors. So you can see on the selected ship the vectors it will take to get to certain locations. Location badges. These are those little badges that give you all of the information, kind of what you're looking at. And so, of course, we want that on. If they're lit up, we've got them on. Exploration. Now, this exploration icon here, we've seen that in our home system. When something is green, all locations in the system have been explored. Yellow, some. All others, we've seen that's kind of grayed out, means that it is unexplored. Diplomatic relations. So when we find all of the other factions out here, we can turn this on and see who likes us and who doesn't. Is that right? No, it says system owned by a friend. Yes, yes, that is right. Friendly faction, yellow, neutral, or red is an enemy. You can also just do this, get rid of that if you want to, and it gets rid of everything else. Up here on the top of this toolbar are different ways to look at things, such as display ship and base symbols at the location level. We've got that turned on. Display weapon ranges. Now, this came up last time, and somebody had made the comment that these are only weapon ranges. I was kind of felt like last time that the red, and we'll look at this when we look at some ships, but that the red was the sensor range. It was a little further out, and also when we got to our old abandoned Actarian spaceport, right when that red hit, we started getting information on it. So I thought the red was the sensors, but I'll check on that. Zoom in, zoom out. All right, so you can do it here if you don't want to do it with your mouse wheel. We also have zoom into a selected item, zoom into a specific location, and you can also see there in brackets what the hotkey is. And so if you're more comfortable using hotkeys, I know some people memorize those and they can fly around a map. You can use the hotkeys as well, and it tells you what they are. Zoom to a region, zoom out to the galaxy level, which is kind of where we are, or you can change the view. Now, this is kind of interesting. You could do the default view, which is what we have on. You can also look at everything top down, high angle, or low angle. Wow, what a videographer out here. You can look at all these different angles if you prefer one over the other. But let's get down into our system. I just wanted to talk about these since we didn't mention them in previous videos, just different ways to look at the game. So you've got that, you've got your messages. These are kind of the ministerial things, victory conditions, the game menu, Galactopedia if you want to read about something, and your message log. Then you get up here to the time, the credits, population and colonies, and what you're researching. Okay, on we go down into the Marilia system. And there it is, and you can see how everything revolves around our star in the middle. And this is our home moon up here, and we'll go right down to that. And there we are. This is Omsaja, and this is our home moon. And what are we seeing here? Well, you see the star by Omsaja. That means it's our capital. It has been fully explored. It's got that green check mark. That's level 3 exploration. We found everything that we can here. It's a deep ocean moon, and then it's 5K in diameter. And you may be saying, why in the world is it giving me diameters? The higher the diameter, the more population that this world, whatever it may be, can hold. And you want that to be kind of as big as it can be because you want more people, more populations, more revenue, obviously. Suitability, 52%. That's not great, actually, for a home world, really, because, I mean, you want that to be as high as possible, but you can see the suitability for life there, 52%. Then you see our population, whether people are happy. Then you see development, and we haven't talked a lot about development yet, but we certainly will because it's a very important part of this game. You see that it does have a place for to build, and so you can build things here, and also it's refueling. 53% on the resource. That bottom thing there is resource, and that is 53%. And if we click on here, then we get down here to all of the information, kind of the same stuff again, but a little more in depth when you actually click on it. Saja, if you ever want, if you're way back here, let's say, and you want that view of Saja or the default view, you just double click here on that. It's part of the Axe Supremacy. That is us. Deep Ocean Moon. Quality 52%. That's what I was talking about. Civilization suitability. We get a bonus because we're Actarian and we like deep ocean moons. The diameter 4600. It's been explored. This is the development. You see development of 48%. That includes 39% from population and 9% from other items. Okay, development has a huge impact on how happy your people are and therefore the kind of money you can make. And let's go up here to the Galactopedia. It's something we haven't really done, but one of the most important parts of this game is the colony approval and growth. All right, so the population of each of your colonies have an opinion of you. You should try to keep that approval at 5 or higher. Well, we're at 6. And if you hover over this, it'll tell you they are satisfied. Okay, they enjoy living in the empire's capital. That gives us a bonus. The colony's high quality environment's good. It's mostly undeveloped, right? And we see the development's 48%. As we develop this, our people will be happier, right? And then we can tax them more. I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to. As a ruler, you're like, well, get the people happy otherwise. Give them bread and circuses, and then we'll tax them really high. High corruption reduces our happiness, -5. We actually are that's not terrible, and we're a republic government type, which reduces that. But uh, you have to build things on your home moon or planet to reduce corruption. The current tax rate is too high. Our people are saying, they always say that. They always think it's too high. As you can see here, it's actually 14%. So this is the revenue that we're generating, 19,000 at 14%. We get 1665 from tax revenue each time. So as you can see, when you hover over these things, it really explains what's going on. Corruption level is 27%. And you can see what the following factors: large population size, high tax rates above 20%. This is what would, cause it to be high. We actually don't have a tax rate over 20%, so it's just giving you the factors that could cause it to go high. Recent pirate raids, we haven't had that. Low development level for the population size and unassimilated population. So that's what causes corruption to go up. Okay. Uh, the population's Agdarian, 2 billion and a little bit more, 2.2%. Okay, you can see this is the migration, or this is our growth level, 2.2%. We want that to pop up. The happier people are, the more our that will go up. Also, the smaller colonies are, they'll grow a little bit faster. This is our population policy for our home moon. Assimilate, accept this race for migration to this colony. We are accepting Actarians, okay? As we meet new types of people, we can set our policies. And this is what I was talking about when it came to migration. Do not accept. If there's a group of people we don't like, we can not accept them. We can resettle people away from this colony. So if we find, a group we don't like, we'll try to get them to go someplace else. We could enslave people. Okay, so just something to think about there. And we could exterminate the race from the colony. Okay, so things can get really dark here on Omsaja. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But these are our own people, right? The Actarians. We're more than happy to let them migrate here. But you can set these big policies. Resources. What do we have? Cassian crystals, abundance 53%, and you'll get to kind of get a feel of which resources are most important, how good of an abundance means a lot. I can tell you, it runs from 1 to 100%. 53% is kind of whatever. Caslon is probably the most important resource because it's a fuel for everything. It's kind of the universal fuel. The facilities we have here, we have the ancient Actarian undersea city ruins. That gives us plus 9% colony development and plus 4% scenery. We'll come back to that in a second. Well, let's not. Let's go back up here to development. You see, development is 48%, 39% from population, plus 9% from other items. What are those other items? Well, you can see right here, location bonus, plus 9 colony development. So having these undersea ruins helps our development. It just makes us a little more highbrow, right? You can come see our city ruins or undersea city ruins. Troops, these are the base troops you have on the planet. Planets can be invaded. It can get into a ground war. Now, this isn't Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2, certainly, but you can have ground fighting and you have ground troops. All right. Um, and you see here, recruiting the Ninth Defender Brigade. It's been 41% recruited. It's garrisoned. Size 5,000. That's how many troops we've set up as the default. If you want to change that, you can, but we are leaving it on the default. Double click for the details, and you can see the Ninth Defender Brigade here at the military here on our home moon. All right. This is our leader, Osan Thanda. That is the only character we have so far. Okay, and so we'll look at those more later. How many buildings are here? Well, we don't have any yet. We haven't built any planetary or moon buildings. Resource shortages. Let's get off Mr. Thonda. Here you can see, I'm going to get off the Galactopedia for a second. You can see we have a shortage of Caslon, and this Caslon is a common gas that is a universal reactor fuel. It is found at gas giant worlds. Well, luckily, we've got a gas giant world right there. So hopefully we'll find Caslon because it is the universal fuel. You can then go down here and see others, and you can tell the game how much to stockpile so it won't use that. You can keep some in reserve, if you will. Two location bonuses. We have plus 9 colony development, and that plus 9% is from the ancient Actarian undersea city ruins. We talked about that. Plus 4% scenery, which is the same thing. Those ruins are giving us quite a bit of bonuses. 8 overall empire bonuses that we have, plus 5 on all research because we're Actarian, and it'll go through here and tell you exactly why you have the bonuses that you do. But just looking at this, we get great construction research, really good ship maintenance savings, ship construction speeds plus 10, energy savings. We get a plus 4 shields from Osan Thanda, our leader. And so, sometimes this can really tell you kind of what paths you want to go down. For instance, we're plus 4% on Shields research. So while Thonda is our leader, we may, have a tendency to research Shields more than something else potentially, because we do get a little bonus from that. Down here, you can see ungarrison. Oh, we can ungarrison the troops and send them someplace else. You can build troop transports, but that's kind of the breakdown of our home world. All right, let's hit play now that we've covered some things. And where are we sitting right now? Well, we've got our spaceport. All right, we've got a couple of traveler or scout ships, the solitary scout out here. And if you ever wonder what ships you have, you can go here, Ancient Actarian Spaceport there. But then we have 12 ships that have either been built or are building in this view. If we come out here, you see even a bigger view, right? Unknown ship, unknown ship. You see those same 12, but if we get, all the way out here, well, that's what we know about in our system. So let's go down here. Because when I first started playing around with this, I thought, well, where's my list of ships? And just the very easy way to do it is to look right down here, and you can see we've got 12 ships in the system. And as you go over them, it'll tell you exactly what they are. Now, you can just see here, Solitary Scout, the exploration ship. I'm going to click on that, and the reason is I want to make sure that's on manual. All right. And then going down here, we've got a mining ship, a construction ship, a small freighter, a small freighter. Now, we don't really control these. Those are civilian, right? Um, but here's another exploration ship. And when I click on that, the Weary Sun, it's also on manual. That's good. I don't want those to move away yet because we're 92% of the way to early warp field experiments, okay? And so we'll get a warp drive, we'll get the skip drive, and we can move every place a lot faster. Okay, so here's the Weary Sun. Let's just get the Weary Sun over here. I've got it on manual so I can give it an order, and you can see refuel at the Ancient Octarian Spaceport, okay? And then we'll take the other one. I just want them to be close, so I'll tell them to refuel, and they'll come in the dock, and we can watch that. So let's go ahead and hit play here. And we did get this message. New exploration ship was completed. Construction of a new exploration ship. Show me. It's the Weary Sun. And you can see the Weary Sun is flying over here to the spaceport. And the first one's about to dock. This is the Surly Traveler, right? Or the Surly Scout. Yeah. And you can see it. It's going to go right into the space dock there. Cool. And then the other one will come over and dock. I think you can dock two ships in that um, docking bay. So he's refueled, and now he's just going to sit here because we have him on manual. And you can see here comes the Weary Sun. We're at 99%. 6 more days until we've completed this first research. We're just going to let that click down. Okay, perfect. It automatically paused because this is a big deal. Hyperspace technology discovered. Okay, using the ancient knowledge recovered earlier, we have developed our first primitive hyperdrive. This breakthrough technology allows our starships to travel faster than light. The momentous discovery means that we can quickly traverse our own system, exploring and expanding. Further advances, blah 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 blah. We should quickly exploit this new capability by redesigning and building new ships with these hyperdrives. I agree. Let's pause. Okay, so early warp, this has happened. We get another message about it here. We have completed research in early warp field experiments. This project provides the following advances. The skip drive. Okay, great. Good to know. And when that happened, we got a new scientist that appeared on the scene. And we'll go look at our scientist here in a minute. So now we've got a new character, but we've got these two ships that we have under manual control, right? Well, if they were on automatic, that they would automatically go dock and redesign to that new skip drive. As it is, we have to come over here and click on this retrofit, but we've got to let this go by another day. All right, then we're going to pause it. Okay, Now, did he already grab this? Interesting. I think maybe he did. Build ships. Okay, hold on one second. I think because they were in the dock, nope. This guy already has it. All right, the solitary scout came in late enough. The weary sun does not because he is not docked yet. Got it. So this guy's already got it. The skip drive. Because if you go down here, it says retrofit the X2 Navigator for 170 credits. Well, yep, we're going to retrofit it. Now, if you have the latest tech, it'll say, nope, now it's going to let us do it. I swear, am I crazy? When I paused that, it said, first of all, we couldn't do it. But he had backed out, I thought, when we made that discovery. So let's retrofit that as well. And when we retrofit, they're going to come in here and they're going to get warp drives. And that's going to allow them to skip about. Build ships. Build another exploration ship for 2,705 credits. I think we should do this. 3 or 4 exploration ships is pretty good. Now, you may say, why not build a million of them? Well, if we go up here to the Act Supremacy and we see what's taking money, ship and base maintenance. This will always kind of scale, right? So you can't just spam ships everywhere because you have to maintain them. It costs money. And we don't, given our finances right now, we don't want to get too crazy just building ship after ship after ship and having like 100 explorer ships because you will run out of money. You can also see in the funding levels, the top thing as here's income, you go to expenses, ship maintenance is right up at the top. The default is to have this at 80%. It won't spend more than it needs to, right? I mean, 640, given the number of ships that we have, 642, but we have budgeted 18, we could go all the way up to 1877. So we could build quite a number of new ships, but if you build all explorer ships, you can't build mining ships, you can't build military ships. So you got to kind of be a little bit smart about what you're building. But yes, let's build another exploration ship. I like that idea. We've put these two on retrofit. I like that idea. And let's go ahead and hit play. Oh, no, let's pause. We got one thing. You're like, oh my gosh, let's go and get a new research project. This allows us to look at the research tree, okay? And if you hold down control, you can zoom out across the whole tree. Now remember, we've got hidden everything except the very next thing to go to. And they're also slightly randomized. I mean, they'll stay within, troops. You're not going to see research hyperdrive up here, right? It's going to be things that relate to troops, but they do get randomized, so you can't just memorize the tree that you want to go down. Okay, so let's actually hold down control and get down in here. We got some for free. Whoops, I got to back it up a little bit. We got some at the start that we just automatically already have at the start. We've got early beam weapons, okay? We've got early torpedo weapons, just the basics, right? And we kind of got to decide, do we want to go down the beam area? Do we want to go down the torpedo area? Well, when we start talking about military ships and designing them, we'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages of each one. But ground combat, I said, there's some ground combat. Indeed, there is. Reactors. All right. So reactors, we have basic space reactors. Advanced nuclear fission. Wow. Okay. Look at look at that little device. That looks dangerous. And we'll go and talk about what the upscale of this is, right? I mean, if you just look at it really quickly, you can see, that it's got a size of 22 looking to the right. Now, this game differentiates between what's in fighters and what's in more, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Non-military craft, let's say. And so to the left, it says fighter. To the right is just the normal fission reactor. Okay, and it will give you the specs on all these things, and they really make a difference. But if you look here, early warp field experiments, this is the one we just got. We had a plus 10 research speed for this project. It is completed. It's a size 75, which matters. You can only load so much onto your ships. It is a hyperdrive. Okay, size 20, crew requirement 15, static energy used 5 per second. Okay, and then you see everything it takes to construct one of these: 4 Mebnar, 4 carbonite, 4 polymer, 2 emerald crystals, 2 necros stones. Okay, hyperdrive speed is 10K and the jump range is up to 3 million. All right, let's go over here and see what this says. The hyperdrive speed is 200,000 and the jump range is 120 million. Looking back over here, hyperdrive speed 10K 3 million for the range. Over here, 200K and 120 million for the range. So the warp bubble generator, which is the next thing we could research, it would take us 6.72 years, you see here, given our research capability right now. Look how much that ups your hyperdrive speed and the range. This is how you start getting to other systems, right? I mean, once you get the warp bubble generator. Now, not all things have such a steep rise, let's say. Some things gradually improve over time as you research them. This is a huge leap, but we won't need this for a little while. You can see jump accuracy, hyperdrive energy usage. The jump initiation time is 17 seconds. What is it here? It's 20 seconds. The accuracy is within 5,000. Here, the accuracy is within 4,500. So it just gets a little bit better. The recharge time, 28 seconds. Here, it's 30 seconds. And so, you get a sense of how you just kind of improve. Now, this is quite a bit bigger. It's got a bigger size. All right, so we've got early warp. Okay, how does this all work over here? So we're in the research field. You can zoom in. There we go. You can zoom out. Then you can go to the different kind of bigger categories, right? So weapons, troops, reactors, shields, hyperspace, engines, so on and so forth. And you've got all these different types, and it'll take you right to it. So construction, it'll come and show us all the different construction ones. All right, let's stay up here at weapons, all projects. You can go down here, and also there will be a queue. Also, the game gives you the suggested next project. Here we have early energy deflectors. All right, early energy deflectors. Well, I'd like to go look at this. So that's a shield type thing because it's going to be down here in the defensive part of it. Let's hold control down. Early energy deflectors. Let's go back up. Let's zoom in. Oh, let's zoom out. Okay, still getting used to it. Um, Armor, basic mining, energy collecting. Surprised I mean, deflector shields, obviously, you would think are very defensive. This is energy collection. Okay, these are, expanding your ships. There they are. Okay. It was because it was back here, it threw me off. I was looking at these down here. Uh, Early energy deflectors. So this is a real base thing to have. And if you look here, deflection field generator. Okay. The one to the right, just the basic one. Size 15, you need 5 crew to maintain it. Static energy used, so on and so forth. Ion damage defense is 1. So, I mean, these things really are very, very basic. You can see up here we have a plus 14 research speed for this project. Well, why would that be? That is because we have a plus 10 just naturally for all research, but then Thonda, remember, gives us a plus 4% for any shield type research. So plus 14 is pretty good. It would cost, or it would take 2.16 years. If we paid 7,500 credits, we could double that. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on this, and you see a 1 here, and it goes into the queue. Then it gives you a suggestion to do the next one, standard armor. But one thing I want to do is go ahead and pay 7,500 credits and do crash research here. I think for the early ones, Crash research makes a lot of sense. It was going to take 2 years, now it's going to take 1 year. That's a huge deal at early game. So we're going to go ahead and take their suggestion for early energy deflectors. It says the next one that it wants us to do, oh, I see. If you hover over this, you can see here to the left, it starts to, make it pulse. Armor plating would be next. That's what they'd like us to do. Um, Okay, 2.24 years. Crash program is 7,500 credits, so we could get that done in a year as well. But the one I really like to do at the start, right at the start, now we will do these deflectors, that's fine. But the one I really like to do are research labs. And you can see we're just given some of this research already. And you can see we're a little along the ways here. That would take 3.36 years to do, and it doesn't look like we can do that on Crash. Why do we want research labs? Well, when you have more research labs, you can research more projects. And as you might imagine, that's quite an advantage, right? But we'll stick with what they're suggesting and go up here and do armor plating next. And now you see it has a 2 here, and it is queued up. And if I hit that, we cannot do the crash course yet on it until it's its turn or it's yeah until it's its turn. So we'll wait. We'll look at that because I'm very tempted to keep doing these crash. The next thing it says to do is research labs, and that's what again, I kind of usually like to do this first. And yes, so some of these have upfront costs that you have to invest to get them going. 500 credits, 50 silicon, 50 steel, 50 polymer. Well, yes, we will pay that because we want it to go in the queue. And now we have our next 3 research projects queued up. All right, excellent. So now research is moving. And if we actually look over here on research, you can see our maximum potential research. This is from the population of your colonies and the labs at your research station. This includes all research bonuses from your research locations. And then you see our actual research output, 32. That's great. And now you can see the breakdown 12 from colony population, 19 from research stations, and we can change the funding level of those. It also gives you a chance to say maximum projects that you can research at one time. You may say, why limit that? Well, when you have 3 of them going on at one time, the game divvies up your research output into all 3, right? So you may say, well, I just want to focus on one and I want all of this going into one. All right, so Ancient Actarian Spaceport is our one research station that we have. That's why we can only do one concurrent. It doesn't really mean concurrent when you can only do one, but you get the idea. New research locations. This is when we start building research labs, research bonus amounts. You can see, what our bonuses are. Our leader gives us +4 there. Actarians give us +10 construction. Actarian and Republican government give us a combined 5 and 5 for 10 for all research. And then you see our scientists, and here is our scientist. This is Rocky Thonda. What is this like? They're in the family together because our leader is Osan Thonda. Well, maybe that's his wife. I'm going to say Rocky is a female. She just looks beautiful to me. So, okay, sure. Now we've got her on automated. So the game will put her at the location that it thinks best. Well, right now we can only be on Omsasia. That's because this basic port, you can't put it out here. But when we build a research lab, the game, I'm just telling you, will put it out at that research lab instead of keeping the scientist at the home planet. But right now, we can't go anywhere else. If you hit transfer location, it's not going to work. But as we build research labs here, you'll be able to pick and put them at different locations. All right, you see that we are researching early energy deflectors. It's going to take 1.08 years. Excellent. All right, and we also now have the hyperdrives, and so let's click on that again. Okay, so these guys are going to come retrofit. Let's hit play. Now this guy's trying to get in here, the outrageous cargo, because these guys are on automated, And the game is saying we want these to retrofit as well. It'll just take a second. These guys takes them a little longer to get up to speed. It's already retrofitting, supposedly. But they're queuing these guys in first. What is this? That's cargo ship. I think it's because they got the order first. Now you can see he's starting to pick up speed. And when you're on these things, they really do. You can see their speed as he gets ready to dock. You can see what his orders are. And now he's going to pick up speed 15, 16, 18, so on and so forth. If we were going a further distance, you could see him start to use up his energy a little bit. But here he comes into the dock, and it's only a matter of time then till the weary sun comes in, because we have that on retrofit. And we'll just hit ×2, and we'll get him in here to retrofit. All right, they've gone into the docking bay. When they come out, we're going to do something with their orders. Okay, and we're going to pause this because remember, we actually built a third exploration ship. So show me. Yeah, this is him, the Marilia Scoundrel. And this just got built. It should have the newest technology on it. And we're going to find out very quickly as we go down here. Retrofit this. We cannot. That is disabled. It's already using the latest design. So they've already, because we have the ship construction on automated, they've already put warp drive into the new template for the Scout. And we'll get into that here in future episodes, how ship construction works. But it's all on automated. And so they've already upgraded the template. Now we've got him. Okay, what do we want to do? He's on automatic. He's leaving the construction yard, but I don't want him to just fully automate. I want to put him on auto explore. And you may say, well, wait a minute. How's that different than, fully automated? Well, scouting systems means he would go outside our system. Auto spy on enemies means he would go find, other factions and try to spy on them. Fully automate may send him out of system or something, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to do on auto explore, and he'll go to the closer things. And let's get on this, and we will dismiss that. And let's keep our camera on him, and we'll see what warp drive looks like as he hovers over our planet. He's getting into position. Now he's jumping. Where is he? Where's he going? Oh, don't do. Yeah, there he went. You could see him jump right there. And let's go find him. The Marilia Scoundrel has jumped out. Oh, hold on. I'm on pause right after he jumped. Hyper jump. The game put us on pause. One of our ships, the Marilia Scoundrel, is engaged in its hyperdrive, allowing our Empire to travel faster than light. Great. Okay, it's now speeding through hyperspace. Whoa! Look at it go. When it's in hyperdrive, it does that little shake, which kind of cracks me up. And it's made it to. Now, remember when I said, so let's back up just slightly. Here's our home moon. Remember how slowly those ships were moving? He just jumped right over here. And now he is scouting the planet our moon revolves around. Now you may be saying, what the heck is that? That is this exploration ship sending out drones to go explore this, right? And so you can even see those. You can even, follow them around, but you can see these drones flying out of here to go down to the surface and explore Marilia 5. So we've got that, and let's hit pause very quickly because we're going to go back over, and I can just click right here. Um, we've got our other two explorer ships. Here's one, but see, I've got him on manual. Let's put him on auto explore, so he'll go out into our system and explore on that. If I can't find the other exploration ship, I can go right here. So this is you see the line that goes to it? That's the solitary scout. We just gave that commands. Okay, let's go to the other one. That's the Weary Sun. And if I double click on that, now we're on the Weary Sun, and you can see that's manual. Let's do auto explore. So off it goes, and we can watch these two jump as well. Let's hit play. They get into position. It takes them a minute to warm up, and you can see here jumping. The Weary Sun is preparing to jump, and if you attack something when it's prepared, and the other one jumped as well. What was that? The Surly Scout or whatever. Pause. Discovery at Marilia 5, and so that exploration ship. If we go over here, he's sitting right above the rings. We can see that the Marilia Scoundrel. Um, what does it say here? Okay, well, let's click on this. It says Discovery at Marilia 5. We discovered a new resource. Argon is an inert yellow gas. It's typically used for weapons, shielding, and reactor components. Argon is found at gas giants and frozen gas worlds. Excellent. Okay, well, we read that. That's good. We found something else. Discovery at Marilia 5. Caslon. Now, this is what we were looking for. It's fairly abundant, but you've got to have it, right? You've got to find a gas giant because it is fuel. Caslon is common gas that's universal reactor fuel. It is found in gas giants. Okay, what else did we find? Krypton. No Superman flying around here. Look out. Krypton is an inert green gas. It is typically used in weapons, shielding, and reactor components. Trace quantities are found in gas giants. Okay, so we found, and if we back up now, you can see at Marilia 5, we've now checked out this world, kind of figure out what this is. It's suitability for life, 2%. So we're not going to colonize that, obviously. And then you can see the main resources that are here. There's Caslon, 85%. So that's fantastic. If you want to know what these are, we're selecting on it. You can go right down here, and it gives you all this information. Argon abundance 56, Caslon, Krypton. Okay, so cool. It's we've got some resources now. And you may be saying, well, now what? Well, we'll show you what. Now what? As we go ahead here. And okay, let's pause. Assign mission. Our advisors, the minute we discovered these resources, our advisors are saying assign mission. Build MS1 at Marilia 5. It has the following resources, okay? And if we look here, what is this? This is a mining station. Now, when it comes to mining, there's a few different things. For one thing, really all you can do as the grand leader is to find the resources, send your scouts out to find them. Then you build mining stations if there's enough resources to make it worth your while, okay? The civilians will send the mining ship or the cargo ships out or mining ships out. They will decide whether to do that. So all you really do is find the resources and build mining stations if you think it's a good idea. Our advisors do think it would be a good idea here. So we have construction ships, right? So we're going to assign a mission to a construction ship. And if we go down here, let's see, that's a mining ship, the Surly Miner. Now, again, it can get a little confusing. I don't want to bog this down by um, trying to describe every single thing, but I will say this: some people get confused. Mining ships will go out and mine on their own. They're civilian ships. They get queued up, they get built by the civilians. Mining stations are your ships really, or ones that you go out and build or decide to build, and cargo ships will go back and forth to them. It's a uh, permanent facility, whereas mining ships move back and forth. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it did. Well, we have construction ships. So we have just said we want to build a mining station out here. Friendly construction. Here's a construction ship. We have others. That's a mining ship, mining ship, mining ship, cargo ship, cargo ship. Okay, well, I guess we only have one. We only have this construction ship, and you can see the friendly construction, it's automated. The minute we said we want to build a mining station out here, it's already given it the order. Build MS1 at Marilia 5. Okay, so if we hit play, And we'll speed this up a little bit. And also we can back up and we can see where our scout ships are, right? Oh, and you can see from this back view right here, our construction ship is moving out there very slowly. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's already at Marilia 5. It jumped out here because this thing, the construction template, tells it to get warp drive. So you can see out here, I'm sorry, I thought it was still at our moon. Here's our construction ship. You can see the drones it's sending out here to build this. And that's really cool, right? You can see the mesh and actually see it build. It's under construction. If we look over here, you can see the percentage or how long it's going to take to build. I think that's really cool. Okay, and now it's built, and now it's starting to gather these resources by sending out its own drones to the gas giant. And so now we have a mining station. Mining station constructed. Okay, the construction of our first mining station will allow us to gather large quantities of valuable resources for powering the economy of our homeworld. Our freighters will soon begin traveling to the new mining station, returning the resources to our home world. They may be sold. We should keep building new mining stations, especially targeting key resources that both our shipbuilding and homeworld require. Okay, now that we've built that, let's pause again. There's nothing more we really have to do. The civilians will take care of shuttling back and forth all of the resources because we have good capitalists back here, I guess. They're like, okay, let's go out. We'll pick it up. Discovery at Urteat. Urteat is this moon that's going around our giant, it's a two moon system. The moon that's inside of us has now been completely explored. It's a carbonaceous moon. It's only 3K in diameter. It's only got a 22% suitability for colonization, but it's got some resources. And let's see what it's got. It's got polymers. They're various types of plastics, usually produced from petroleum, typically used in electronic components. Okay, so we've got that. Polymers, good because we have a lot of electronic components. Discovery dirty. Carbonite, super strong carbon compound. It's usually used in components that require great strength and resistance to high temperatures. It's found in marshy swamp. Okay, well, we found it here. Whatever. It's also found on carbonaceous worlds, evidently. Discovery Energy. Bonuses plus 9% engine research from molten glass formations. Well, that's awesome. So we get a research bonus when we do engine research because of these molten glass formations on Urteat. And if we hover over that, you can see the three different resources there. So cool. Okay. So now we've surveyed that and our scout ship will jump someplace else. Build ships. Build a space dock, or nope, not a space dock. I hate that they give this names of things it might be. This is the name of the ship. A construction ship for 2740 credits. Okay, we've got one construction ship, right? We saw it. It just built this mining station. The game wants us to build another one. Well, I'm going to keep following it for now. So 2740, that's fine. We've got 34,000 credits, so let's build that. Build RS1 at Urteat. Okay, so this RS1, this is a mining station. So we built the one mining station, Marilia 5 mining station. The game now wants us to build, or our advisors want us to build um, another one over here on Urteat because it's got some good resources. So let's do it. Assign mission. So the construction ship we already have will jump over here and start building that. And then it also, this is the same one we just had, right? Well, I don't want it to build two of them, but I'm going to go ahead. That's probably because it's the beta version. I'm going to say accept again because I want it to happen. Okay, we're on +4. I'm going to slow it down to +2. And let's see this construction ship warp in here and start building this thing. Where are you, construction ship? That's mining, freighters, It's going to happen. Oh, there it is. Where are you? It's back here. It went to the space. Oh, that's our new one. Where's our other construction ship? Let's pause this for a second. Let's back up. He's not still working on this, is he? No, the mining station's already in full effect. If you look, you can see the resources it's already gathered by sending its probes down. And there you see the mining station. So if we ever want to get to it very quickly, the spaceport, the mining station, and then here are the ships. But I'm not seeing that construction ship. Mining, small freighter, mining. Okay, these things are this keeps hovering around this world. The ships come here and then go back to our spaceport. Small freighter, small freighter. Oh, there he is. Jeez, gosh darn it. Where is he? Okay, he's come back here. What's his? Yeah, and you can see right here, build RS1 at Urteat. So he came back here to refuel, or actually what he did is to come back and get the components or the resources, I'm sorry, that he needs to build that mining station. That's what he was doing. So he warped back over here to come to the spaceport to pick up everything he needs to warp back out to Urteat and to build this station. Okay, so let's just go ahead. We'll look at the general here in a minute. Let's watch this warp out. Whoa, see ya. Now he should be out at Urteat. Oh, you can see him going. He's warping. And he warps into Urteat. And now he's going to start building that mining station right off of Urteat. And if we click on Urteat, if we forget, it's these Emerald crystals, carbonite, and polymer out here. Okay. Message, early energy deflectors completed. Okay, so we've now completed our second research. Fantastic. We have completed research in early energy deflectors. This project provides the following advances. Deflection field generator, deflection field generator. Okay, now as we build certain ships based on whatever the template is, the game will decide whether to upgrade to these things. So definitely, if we have military ships, it will likely upgrade to this, right? Because it's going to give us some deflection fields. For the construction ships, maybe, maybe not. If we design our own ships, we can control that, but we have that automated right now. We also had another pop up, but eventually these fade out that we got a new character, right? So Rocky Thonda, the wife of Osan Thonda, is our scientist. She has nowhere else to go because we've got to build a research lab. Yorpa Adarti is our general. And you can see here, ground attack strength, he's a +2. Troop recovery rate, he's a +3. Those are his skills. He'll also, as time goes by, develop traits, okay? And we can also later on give him a different location if we, have another colony and we think a general, we need these bonuses. So he's just going to sit here. He's sitting on our home world, right? But that's cool. So now we have a general. Another thing I want to do, and I'm going to do this just because I played the first game and I know we're very soon going to be visited by pirates. I just know that's going to happen. And so because of that, I'm going to come over here to the construction yards, okay? And I'm going to come down. So we're at our spaceport where we can construct new things. As you can see, Omsasia is already constructing small freighters, Surly Miner, and we can see what is this is one construction yard here because we could have multiple. We can build facilities on the planet that have multiple construction yards. The wait time right now is 528 seconds. The build speed is 2.04 seconds. Let's look over here. We have one construction yard. The wait time is much less. The build speed is much slower. Now, remember, when we picked out our preferences, we said that capital ships or government ships will get priority, right? And so I'm going to come to Omsaja, actually, our home moon, and I'm going to build some ships. And what am I going to build? Well, we only have 4 different things we could potentially build. Research stations, not yet, because we have not researched research stations yet, right? The game knows we have it queued up, but this is right now grayed out. We could build surveyors, which are scout ships, construction ships, or escorts. Escorts are the only military craft we have right now. Now we have 26,000 credits. I would like to build some escorts, okay, and put them in the queue. And the reason is, well, pirates will be coming, and we need some defense. Otherwise, we could have our space station taken out. We could have, ships taken out. So let's hit build and build and build. Now this one's already building, and so we can't jump the line on this. It's constructing at 8%. We only have the 1 yard, and so it can only build one ship at a time. And this one has already started, but you can see now we're building escorts. Okay, I'm down to 15,000. One, two, three, four. Let's make it an even five. And you can see they queued in front of the civilian ships, but now they're in the queue and we're going to build some military ships. All right. Keep this on ×2. Get it going. All right. We've got some discoveries here. Discovery at Sepatata. Sure. Let's pause that for a second because I can't pronounce it. Sepatoha. Okay. Wiconium is an incredibly sweet type of alcohol made from the rare Wiconium plant. This plant is a cactus-like succulent, thick and spongy. Okay. Wiconium provides the following bonuses, and this is really important finding things like this. +4 colony development, +2 colony happiness. Now remember, when we talked about development over here, you may think that means like infrastructure or something, and it can mean that, but it also means luxury goods. Luxury goods are very important in this game. And so once we get a mining station out here at Waconium, all of a sudden we'll start getting more colony development and more colony happiness. So that's really important. And then what else did we find out here? Dokan tea is made from the leaves of the Dokan bamboo. It grows in shady areas. Okay. It does not require blah, 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 blah. This gives us +4 colony development as well, right? So if we get a mining station out here, all of a sudden our colony development's going to go up quite a bit. And so that's good. We'll get a mining station headed out to that place as soon as we can. As a matter of fact, where the heck is it? It's Sepatoa? Marilia 2, Marilia 4, Marilia 5. There it is, a desert savanna moon. Let's click on that and scoot back. Okay, it's over here, and you can see, in and around this Marilia 6, here are some of the things as we're back here, some of the resources that are here. And if we go in on the moon then, sure enough, one of our exploration ships is over here, sending its drones down, and it has found these two luxury goods. So that's awesome. And we're going to want to get a mining ship over, or a construction ship over there to make a mining station as quickly as we can. Let's go find our construction. Oh, by the way, the triangle, these are military ships, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's go find our construction ships. Let's pause. Let's find our construction ships. Gosh darn it, stay on that. Distant World, where is that? What's it doing? Oh, it's under Distant Whim. It's under construction. It's not all the way built yet. The Surly Miner, that's a mining ship. Duh. There's the Friendly Construction. This is the one out here by Urteat. Okay, so we have one construction ship under construction. We've only got the one that's actually operational right here, Friendly Construction, and it's building the mining station off Urteat. We have another discovery. Show me, where are we? Well, this is out by an asteroid. Okay, so this is Marilia 8, all the way out here at the edge of our system. At Marilia 8, we've got one of our scout ships out here. What did it find? Mebnar. It's a dense metal smelted from Mebnar ore is dull dark gray, almost black. It's for reactor components. Okay, excellent. So we'll have to get a mining station out here probably as well because we also find steel. It's a very common construction material, obviously, and it's how you build most ships and bases, just like in real life. Okay, on we go. We're waiting for that construction ship to be built. Once it is built, and there we go, pause. New construction ship, and you will go to show me, and out it comes. That's what a brand new Actarian construction ship looks like. Let's see if the game's already given it an order. It hasn't yet. Let's see where it wants to send it, and we'll see if I agree. Because I really would like still leave construction yard. Okay. I would really like to get those luxury goods. Dismiss that. He's got no mission. He's going to sit there for a minute, and now the game just gave him a mission. All right, so he had to clear the spaceport, build a mining station, MS2, at Urteat. All right, so we found that stuff over at Urteat. I'm fine with that. It's closer. So also, it will tell us, the advisors will tell us, complete construction of abandoned ship Crimson Scourge. Whoa, wait a minute. This is new. It didn't tell us about the Crimson Scourge. We have found a ship, but where, I ask you? Well, let's go to our exploration ships. The Marilia Scoundrel is out here. What's around it? Well, this is out by Marilia 1. I'm not really seeing it there. Let's go to the other one. Okay, this is a rocky asteroid. Did we find something else here? It didn't pop up that we found it. Let's back up a little bit more and go to our third exploration ship if we can find it. Seeing it down here. I only see the two. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to wait until I get a little bit more information about that. Let's click off of mining. Ah, there it is. Okay, so you get this red thunderbolt. Why did we get that? Well, because it's a ship that we found. Look at that. Bandits Cave. So this is probably where the pirates hang out. Now haven't talked extensively about pirates, but it's the way for the game to get you a little active militarily before, you expand out. This is Bandits Cave. Eventually we'll need to come destroy this, I think. That's Bandits Cave. So we had an exploration ship that buzzed by. It didn't want to stick around because we've got them set to flee. And here, the Venomous Sun Corsairs are based here. Those are pirates. Interesting. Okay, good to know. So that's where the pirates will be coming out of. I bet you the Weary Sun. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to the Crimson Scourge, which is a little bit different. Let's go back here. All right. That's out by Marilia 5. But where? Well, I don't know. Let's hit play and find out. It's warping over here, so it shouldn't take long. Here he comes. Woo! Man, I love warp drive. Smokey and the Bandit time. All right, he's around here. Let's follow him around. See what he's up to here. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, we're already paused. Constructing a research station gives a huge boost to our research efforts, allowing us to achieve technology breakthroughs faster. Um, Interesting. Okay, so this it's kind of like the game just gave us this one, research station constructed, because we have not constructed a research lab yet, or even uh, gotten to the research phase of that. But that's fine. We got a research station. Awesome. We'll take it. And we'll go to it here in a minute. Let's keep doing this and see what happens here. It wants us to build a mining station out at Marilia 7. Let's do that. Now, there's always something. New discovery. At Marilia 8, we discovered Kasati. It's a creamy alcoholic drink that comes from the thick, juicy leaves of the cassout plant. Okay, that also gives us +3 colony development as we get more and more, luxury goods. Come on, buddy, get over here. He warped in. Not sure what he's looking. He's looking for the Crimson Surge. Move to Crimson Surge. He had to slow down here because of the asteroid field. Let's dismiss that. Oh, there it is. That is the Crimson Surge. And as we get to it, debris field discovered. We have discovered a field of space debris in the Marilia system. It appears to be the remains of a battle. The wreckage includes powerful military ships that look salvageable. We should send construction ships to this location at once to repair and recover it. Repairing the advanced technology in these ships would no doubt provide research bonuses. Awesome, right? Because this is going to jump up some research, or we're just going to, discover something that may have taken us years to discover. So we'll get a research ship over here as fast as we can. The game will automatically give the Crimson Scourge somewhere else to go. But we got to remember that. What is it around Marilia 3? Oh, good. Well, it's not that far away. And as you can see, the planets are moving. We're now somewhere else. We're over here around the sun, and you can see our ships going out, building new things. Have we built this mining station here? Nope, but we've got a research center, and let's pause very quickly and go to our characters. And you can see the scientist, we've got her on automatic. She's been separated from her husband Osan. Rocky has gone out to the Marilia Research Center. Now, if we had her character on manual like that, we would have had to put her out there. But I'm going to let the game do that. Um, so we've found the Crimson Scourge. We've built some mining stations. We also found that Bandits Cove, which is where pirates come from. We've also started to build our own military ships. And if we go back to our home planet here, home moon, gosh darn it, I did it. You can see the triangles. Those are military ships. And if I click on this, this is the Mighty Triumph. They're called escorts, but they're military ships. They're not very powerful. They're kind of your very, very basic ones. But what we want to do is create a fleet, create a new fleet with these ships. All right. And so if we go and look at our ships, well, I tell you what, we're going to do that next time. We'll go out. I'll show you how to make a fleet. We will get admirals, and we'll put an admiral in charge of our fleet, but that's all for next time. We'll probably fight some pirates next time. That'll be fun. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you enjoyed this and you're learning something from it. So when the game comes out, you're ready to play. Anyway, this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'll talk to you next time. Have a great